some lunch. We are at Pattaya. I'm gonna get lunch and then I'm going to head to Elmina Castle. But yeah, we're gonna quickly get some lunch. Hey guys. Hey guys, just got back to the dorm. We're about to head over to Cape Coast because we're going to Elmina Castle. I need to go get my suitcase and just finalize the last things I need to do. But we're just gonna stay there for one night anyways. So yeah, that's the plan.
The things you do.
Hi guys, we're about to check into our rooms.
You have to include Flash in your vlog.
This is Flash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh. Hold on. Do that one more time. Do that one.
Slap some skin. Yeah.
Hey. This is like how the room is looking. We got 2 beds. One for that one and one for me. And then
Really that one.
I mean, look what you have on your neck, bro.
Don't.
I have to call you that one.
Flash right now.
Bye. That's so cool, guys. They have a horse on the beach. But yeah, we just got to the beach. The waves here are so big. There are some big waves, like. Hi guys, so we are about to go and have some dinner. I'm sorry, it's really dark here, so the quality isn't that good right now. But I'm trying to find I don't know where the restaurant is, so we're trying to find that. And then hopefully we can explore the resort some more, but it's a bit late, so it might be a bit hard to do. The light is better here. Hey guys, so we're about to go to the pool. They basically said it was closed, but we can go at our own risk. And because like we only have one day, so I was just like, this is Madison. Okay, girl.
Oh, Holly, I'm telling you, sponsor me, please.
Listen, stop heckin' suing. Sponsor Madison. Alright guys, we're checking out the pool now. My hair. Look, Flash joined us. Look at Flash. Flash, jump into the water. Hey, Flash, let's go. Flash, let's go.
Yo, let's not be disrespectful.
Show the footwork. Show the footwork. Show the footwork. 1. Hey. Hey, hey.
What Madison's doing, not what Gabby's doing. I got
It's
you.
the king.
Vanilla say make a come. She give me vanilla, make a chop. Then I party Jamila, we carry bum. When they make my medulla, they malfunction. Vanilla say make a come. She give me vanilla, make a chop. Then I party Jamila, we carry bum. When they make my medulla, they malfunction.
Let's get it. Listen. Hey. Flash, thank you. Thank you, yeah! This is a Zonto warrior right here.
Organize. Every other day I organize.
Yes, yes, yeah. We need to go to bed. We need to go to bed. Flash, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ah. 3.
Let's do it one more time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
3.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Let's do it one more time.
1, 2, 3.
Did Flash do it? Did Flash do it?
Flash did it, but he landed on the wrong foot.
Okay.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back. So I'm currently heading over to get some breakfast, and then we're gonna head to Elmina Castle. So that's the plan for today. Hey, Madison. He got food too. Guys, look, he's sitting alone.
You're so disrespectful.
He's sitting but alone.
You're so disrespectful.
He doesn't need my support. He sat alone.
When
bro.
have you ever supported Flash?
I always support Flash.
Have you ever
I
supported
always
Flash?
support.
You called him a koala.
Literally, she just found out what animal he is right now.
I found out yesterday, okay? That's a difference.
And now she's like, he's the smartest sloth ever. He's the only smartest sloth. You know, bro. He slept with you.
Because that's your child.
Right?
She's acting like it's a suggestion to look after her kid.
It's auntie duty time. You need to take Flash.
She not talking to me like... She can't be talking to me.
She's literally been hollering me the entire morning when I've been sitting here waiting for you to have breakfast. So you need to have Flash. You need to relax.
I think you need a close-up on my face. Anyways, guys, let me give you guys a quick tour of the resort. So I'm currently in front of the beach. Guys, look at this amazing art over here. Like, the artists here are just amazing. Yeah, I want to get some pictures before we leave. So I'm just waiting for my friends to be finished, and then we're gonna try to get some pictures. I post on Instagram like once a year, so I'm trying to be better, but it's a bit hard. I don't know, my anxiety hits crazy. But right now I'm just here enjoying the view. We're literally on the beach, like the beach is right there, and our rooms are like over there. So the beach is like over here, and it's like it's not a private beach per se, because people still walk around, but it's just so empty, and it's just a nice place to be. I don't know how to say, I don't know how to explain it. You have people who are selling their art over here, and then you have some people who are like selling like statues and stuff over there. So yeah, that's the vibe it's giving. That's the vibe. We're gonna head to Elmina after this, so that's going to be an experience. I'm looking forward to it, but also I hope I don't get too frustrated by, you know, all of the history, because it's traumatic history. You know, if you've been to Elmina, that's basically where slaves were captured and stored before they were taken. Even say slaves, that's where free people were taken and then held until they were taken as slaves and traveled across the Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean or America. So we're gonna learn about that some more today, and I'll take you guys with me. Hi guys, we just got to Elmina Castle. I had to get changed because it was just too hot, but we're about to go on a tour. Hi, hello.
Another great guy said that if we do not learn from the past, we will be condemned to repeating it. So then visiting the Castle of the Dungeons today should not only serve the purpose of visiting, but becomes a point where as a people we connect to correct, and by that securing the future for everyone. And on this note, I welcome you to St. George's or Elmina Castle. This is the oldest and the largest in the world in terms of transatlantic slave trade. My name is Ato, and I am your guide. Okay? We're going to start a tour from the female section, so let's please come over. The system of trade back then was the barter system. So they were giving out goods for goods. When they were coming, they brought along guns, gunpowder, spirituous liquors, trinkets, among others. In exchange these for gold, ivory, later on the other spices. And one major thing the Portuguese were interested in was gold. Incidentally, the locals were giving them so much. So the Portuguese came to believe the town would be full of it. And for that simple reason, they called this place Amina or Damina, meaning the mine in the language. So it was this word that would not be pronounced properly, now corrupted to today's word Elmina, and invariably it has become the name of the town. But I do tell people that would not suggest we never had a name before they came. We did. And our name was Anom Ansa. Anom Ansa simply means that when you drink, it doesn't get finished, or inexhaustible kind of water. Okay. Now, 1482, that's 11 years after the Portuguese had first come, led by their captain called Don Diego de Azambuja. The Portuguese came to see the chief of the land called Nana Kwamina Ansa. They negotiated for this plot of land and had a structure built. It's on record that the chief was hesitant, giving out the land, citing cultural differences to be a problem in the future. In fact, he went further to suggest that friends are better friends if they don't live together. But upon persuasions and assurances, he gave in. And this would be the first time in the history of the world a West African chief would legally transfer a title to a plot of land to an European. So from that time, what they called illegal trade got started. At the latter part of it was no more profitable. So on the 6th of April 1872, the Dutch and the English exchanged possessions. The Dutch gave theirs over here to the English, to that of the English in northern Sumatra. The English came in, they used this for purely administrative matters. But of course, it doesn't suggest they never took part in the trade, they did. However, at the time, they were using the Cape Coast dungeons for years. During the World War II, they brought men from all English-speaking West Africa, except Nigeria, to this place. They trained them here, took them to India and Burma when they fought for them. And these are the ones we call Royal West African Frontier Forces. Just underneath or below the entire courtyard is a water tank or a cistern. This was built by the Portuguese. Rainwater was used to fill it. So they had pipes to the roof, so when it rained, water collected in it. When it was full, it had 20,000 gallons. When the Dutch came over here, they wouldn't trust the Portuguese. What if they poisoned us? So they stopped using this and had a bigger one built in the main courtyard. But then sadly, when the same Dutch guy who was thinking this could be poisoned picked a woman to be used, then the water to him poisoned became good enough to clean him. Today we're not using this also, but it's been proven water in there was not poisoned. They were just scared. As hard as it is, they were packed or were sleeping. They were given food and water once, twice in a day, and very little just to keep them alive. A month or two they were held in here and mostly allowed out when the governor was going to pick one to be used. Over a year or so they were not allowed to wash down, and women had to go through their menstrual periods and be sleeping in it. You see that hole over there, among others, it was for ventilation. Unfortunately, this was connected to a place they called magazine where they kept ammunition. So whenever there was any leakage, the fumes of the chemicals came straight to the dungeon and worsened the really bad situation. Here, 2 containers or receptacles were provided. One was placed at the corners where they were expected to go to ease themselves or go to the toilet into them. But they talk about the fact that during the 2nd month, they themselves became too weak, such that some, if not most, were unable to move from where they were to where the containers were to do it into them. So practically, they had everything on the floor and they were sleeping in it. Meaning that what you see sometime past had phases, urine, vomit, menstrual blood, and you seriously cannot underestimate the heat and the stench. And these, among others, explains why they were dying. And those that died were thrown into the sea. We don't forget, in those days, husbands and wives were captured. In times of war, a whole family could be taken. Now brought in here, they were separated. Women were up here, men were down there. All the time in the dungeons, they never saw each other. Most never saw each other again, and that was the end of it. For some few, they could see themselves down there whilst going, but even there, they couldn't talk to themselves. So they kept on crying and crying as they moved on. Don't forget also, a child below 10 was in most cases put together with an adult and sold together as a person. And those above 10 were sold as individuals. But then here, they never had a separate space where kids were kept. So boys were together with men, girls were together with the women. From when we just came in, the men also came in, and together they got to the room of no return. This was the point I was letting you know, that they could see themselves, they couldn't talk to each other. You don't forget also, at this point, they were not walking as freely as we are walking today. They had been put back in chains. And one was chained to the other, in the line of 5, 10, 15 sometimes. So you can only go as fast as the chains will let you go. Meaning that slowly, they got to the room of no return. The entrance here is very short, so you are compelled to bend down. When you bend down, don't be quick to raise your head. Take about 4 or 5 steps before you raise your head. You can't stop it. This was the final point in the process, meaning that nobody entered this place and went back. From here to the boat, and that's it. And what I try to make people understand is that in the life of a captive, life never got better, it only got worse. So it was true, being captured, walking down the distances to this place would be terrible. But this will not be compared to staying in the dungeons a month or two, your own feces and urine and all that. It was brutal in the dungeons, yes, but again, better in the dungeons compared to the ships. Much worse. You know, John Newton, who is accredited with the song Amazing Grace, he was describing the interior of a ship, and he compared the arrangements of the human beings on board to books on shelves. And he said, I have known them so close that the books on the shelf do not easily contain one. Richard Drake, Irish American, eyewitness account, says he saw pregnant women giving birth to babies whilst chained to corpses because the drunken overseers had not gone in to remove them. It was brutal. But to be taken to the final destinations, nothing could be compared to that. So progressively, it was worse. When they went to gold and ivory and others, the gate was from this point to this end. When this evil trade started, they narrowed the exit to what you can see, that one person fits in at a time. The narrow nature of the exit, of course, should not deceive us into thinking that probably they never brought family. They brought people. But walking down the distance, staying here a month or two, by the time they got here, most of it. The water then was touching the dungeons. Today it has receded, and experts are saying it is just because of the movement of the earth. So that is natural, meaning that right after this, we had steps where they descended in chains to small boats, and the small boats carried them further into the ships. And through this and several others of this nature in Africa, explains why today Africans as we are scattered all over the world. Today you have the chance to fit into the exit. But before you do, you look behind, you can see flowers all over. Ghana, there is a festival here called Pan-African Historical Festival. And whenever we have this festival, there's a program under it called Apaba. Apaba simply means welcome. Imagine the husband made, wife captured, wife calling the husband to do something, and the man is not able to. Look at children calling on their parents. They cannot help. All these ones in mind, we keep a minute of silence. And after that, we'll be bold enough to say never again. Again, I tell people, don't just say some words, but make a vow in you to do the little you can do in your own small way, ensuring this evil never again repeat itself. A minute of silence, please. Let us say never again.
Never again.
Let's say never again.
Never again.
You have the chance to fit into the exit.
Hi guys, so we just finished at Elmina Castle. It was a really powerful place to visit. I think it's been the most powerful place I've been to in Ghana. It was very emotional, very emotional. There's so much history in this place, and it's crazy that only the last person who was held captive here was about 200 years ago, 250 years ago. That was when the last captive was actually in Elmina Castle. And he showed us like around everywhere in Elmina. We went to the female dungeon, went to the male dungeon, and then finally we went to the path of no return, where the slaves would finally be taken there when they were going to board the ship finally, where they would then go into the Middle Passage, and they would travel to the Caribbean or to the Americas. But he said even despite how tragic Elmina is and how disgusting the conditions were, nothing compares to the conditions of the ships that they boarded to go to the Middle Passage. And that to me it's crazy, because the conditions that you can see on the film that I recorded, or what I tried to record, the conditions here are so brutal, and it's just so it just seems so traumatic that people were literally treated in this way. Yeah, I hope you guys got to experience Elmina as much as I did. Madison's with me over here as well. Yeah. Do you want to talk about your experience? How was your experience, Madison?
It was very powerful, like you said. Just thinking about sort of the scenarios and the situations that like our ancestors were in, but even like putting my family in that situation, I think what got to me the most, because I can't imagine like that happening to me and like my mother or brother. And just like the mental, not even the physical. Yeah, the mental, and not even the mental emotional drain, but also like imagine the mental strength that people had to go through. Yeah. Because physically, emotionally, mentally being broken down, and then to go through the Atlantic slave trade and survive it and have generations to come, despite everything Black people go through today. Exactly. It just shows how strong Black people are, and it made me grateful.
Exactly.
That, today. Like honestly, this week it could have wiped out. Like it could have.
Like who actually can survive this? How can anyone survive this?
I was just
it's
so grateful that my lineage was able to like persevere.
Yeah.
And like this is also like a full circle moment, because like
we're back and we're documenting it now.
In the Caribbean and then to the States.
Yeah.
like this is just a really like unique and unique special opportunity.
It is. This was our tour guide. I got his book as well. He was amazing, and we just asked him what keeps you motivated. And do you want to repeat what you said to us?
Yes. I work to ensure that the future is spared of the evils of yesterday. So educating people to understand what happened, what we have to do today to make sure the future is secure. That's a motivation to keep going.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, sir. Bye.